Hello guys, hello everybody. I was wondering a lot about how to begin this video, my first video on this channel, but probably the first thing I want to say is that I apologize for my English. That is kinda bad and you can really notice. But I'm trying to improve it, you know. Then I know you read the title of the video, so this video, this podcast, I don't even know if it's gonna be only a podcast or even I can add some images, I don't know. Anyway, as you read, this is the experience of another guy like you, another ugly guy. Yes, the thing that really convinced me to open this channel, to do that video, to share with you my experience, is that recently, in the last months, I got into the black pill world. You know, since that period, my life changed. Obviously, my mind changed, and the video that I really liked the most were the video in which the creator was sharing his experience, you know. And I think we need in this community, we need more experiences told by people, because one of the worst feeling we can have is to feel lonely. And of course we are alone. Black pill teaches us that we are alone, but we are not the only ones. We are a lot, guys. We are a lot in that situation. We are a lot in that moment. So I think that podcasts like this, like other video of the black pill community, are really worth, listening to them can really help probably in some situation. So in this channel I'm gonna tell you about my experiences, my life. As I told you, I went through this world, the black pill world, like 1 or 2 or 3 maybe 3 months ago, after a very difficult year. I think I am in the second phase of the process, because I think there are 3 phases. The first one is when you discover the black pill contents. You have to study, like you have to learn black pill contents. You have to watch videos. You have to read studies. You have to really understand to a deeper level what black pill has to teach to you. I think that phase is almost done for me, and now there's the phase, the most difficult phase in my opinion. That is the phase where you have to accept. You have to accept what you learn. You have to digest the pill, to swallow the pill. And yeah, guys, this is a very, very difficult thing to do, because it hurts. It hurts, guys. It really hurts. And probably the thing that hurts the most is the fact that our brain is like somehow is programmed to cope. I mean that when there's a situation that hurts us, the brain is more likely to find excuses to try to see in other ways the situation, to avoid you to suffer. This process, this mechanism is so strong because it takes place even though you see evidences, you see proofs of what you learn. Sometimes I really stop for a while and I think, oh my god, that's really the world I live in. That's really how the thing goes. Yeah, it's really like that. No, impossible. Possible. And the hardest part is probably to break this mechanism of your brain and to accept, to digest, to swallow the pill, and this obviously affects all the way you live, okay? Because I think when you really manage to get over this second phase, you can really start to to take advantage of what you learn. I'm really convinced about that. The second phase is very bad, but when you manage to accept it, you can really take advantage, because your behavior, the way you live, so some different situation changes drastically, and you really can save you from experience more pain, more bad situations. Yeah, it's very hard, but I'll try with all my efforts to get over it, But okay, I'm gonna present me, and like I'm an ugly guy in the second part of his 20s, and I really wish I would know the black pill long time ago, because now what I'm doing is processing all my life, all my experiences, reprocessing them, reanalyzing them with my new knowledge, and now it's obviously it's all clear. It's probably the most important thing I want to say in this video is that finally, after getting to the black pill, I really can say that I'm ugly, because the worst part, the worst feeling of my life was that for all my life no one really was able to tell me the truth, and I can say to you, just for info, that I'm 4 out of 10 facially, okay, because I have a long face and I have an eye spacing ratio below 42%, so these two features, these two flaws are very important. And even though I have good hair, a good jaw structure, decent skin, my attractiveness is really damaged, and it doesn't exist, it doesn't really exist. But during my life I've never had someone who told me, bro, you are ugly. No one told me, and that's because there are many reasons. I think one of them was that I was a guy that I don't know why, but I really managed to avoid certain situations, I'm gonna explain later on my whole experience, but the fact is that I've never received clear signals about that, because I always managed to have friends, male and females, okay, and I was really able to talk to everyone, to build relationships, obviously friends relationships, I'm talking about that. And so from that point of view, I was on point. So when you hear about sub 5 experiences on YouTube, I never witnessed it, okay? And probably that is thanks to other aspects of my physical situation, because I'm 6 foot tall, slightly below, but I can tell 6 foot, and how much is important the height, for us, and this probably makes my total SMV like +1, maybe I was perceived like a 5, in that scale, in that point of the scale, like a 5, you are perceived not as bad as someone to avoid, but obviously not as good to develop something different than friendship, from females. And it was like that in 99% of the situations, of the cases. Obviously, I had this kind of conversation with my friends, with my male and female friends, and when I talk to my male friends, guys that obviously they were better looking than me. At the time I didn't know, but now I can say it is like that. They were better they are better looking than me. Obviously they have the ones to manage to have girls, okay? They always say, no bro, you just have to put effort, to learn social skills, to have confidence, all that mambo jumbo that, obviously at the time I was pretty convinced about that, that the problem was me in some way. And now I can obviously tell that probably is not about me. Of course it's me in the sense that my looks is the problem, but not the way I behave, not the way I talk. I also experienced it because there were few situations in my life, okay, when I had some girls interested in me, and of course I'm gonna tell you all about that. But the abstract of this is that their assumption is that one of the worst lie you could be told when you are young, is that you have to put effort to get girls. That girls doesn't fall in your arms without effort. That is the worst lie you can possibly be told, because when a girl's like you, she's gonna do everything to make you notice, or even to make something happen. It depends on the personality of the girl, but I can tell, from their point of view, from the point of view of my male friends, they were always able to get girls. So when they have to speak to a girl, the girl obviously like them and make the things very, very easily for them to, to interact, to conversate, to make jokes, to laugh, and it's very easy that way. And they were convinced that they were, oh my god, I know how to do it, I know how to talk, I know how to blah blah blah, mambo jumbo. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like that. Okay. I think for a long period of time, I knew something was wrong. Okay, something was wrong. I thought it was wrong in me at the time. Now I know that it's not only me, but the problem is, the world we are living now in the 2000, socials, dating apps, all that shit, feminism and all that shit. But I felt that something was wrong, but the co-processing, the co-process about my brain, when I had these emotional downs, my brain coped, like tell me, bro, if you don't try, how do you know? And it worked, in that situation. It really pulled me up. But the paradox is that when I had a chance to try, to experience a very brutal rejection, I have ever avoided that, and so the paradox was that I was not trying. I knew that I would fail if I've tried, but the fact that I was not trying was something my brain used to cope and to make me feel better when I was down. It's incredible. And all this stuff worked since until last year, when I accidentally, fell in a situation with a girl. Obviously, things went wrong, with that girl. I suffered a lot. It was the first time after many years that I really experienced it, like a rejection or something like that. Probably I'm gonna make one video about that, but for reasons out of my mind, and I felt so bad. And after that, the situation that lasted about 6 or 7 months, I don't remember. Then I had 2 more experiences last year. Both ended bad, obviously. And after that situations, I was really broke, bro. I was really broke because my brain wasn't able to cope anymore, because I witnessed the rejection. Then I started, trying to understand, and I don't know how, but I went on YouTube and I watched a video, and then another one, and then another one, and then I broke into the black pill world, and now it's where I am. I wished I knew the black pill a long time ago, long time ago. And so I think I'm gonna end this video, and in the next one I'm gonna talk more about my life in the past, my first experiences and my school experiences, and all this shit, Bye, guys.